I've been working with Lars a little over a year now. I've been in real estate for about 12 years and slowly built a team kind of just by trial and error. I had a decent setup, a decent business, but I didn't feel like it was like truly running like how a business should run. And I never had any kind of like college training or specific business training. And it was just, I felt like I was winging it. And Lars is part of our REIT, our radio and television expert group. And I watched how successful that he was. And then when I saw that he was doing coaching and sharing all of the systems that he used to quickly become successful, I think, he did everything like within a 4-year time period, which was just so impressive to me. And I thought, wow, if he's going to share his systems and models and just a plan, like, I want to know about it. And I want to duplicate that here.
Awesome. Okay. Could you kind of describe how your business was doing at that point when you first approached him?
Well, it was. I mean, we've always been, continuing to improve year after year. However, I didn't really. I felt like I didn't have a specific plan, and it was a bit chaotic. Chaotic in the sense of the marketing that we're doing, chaotic with the roles on the team. Things were just not as clear cut. The splits that I had with the team members were not profitable. So after starting with Lars and taking a look at our business overall between the marketing and just the team structure, he was able to help us to eliminate certain things that were not making us money. And I think I cut like $4,000 a month worth of marketing that just was not a good ROI, like right in the beginning. So he's saving me money right from the get go, and then also taking a look at how the compensation was working with all of the licensees, and I restructured that as well. So Lars really helped us to be more profitable.
Awesome. Okay. And you mentioned kind of figuring out splits and team structure and marketing. Could you kind of describe a little more in depth some of those things you started working on right away?
Okay, so the first thing was we went over all of the marketing that we were doing, and I just kept going and going and going. And Lars was like, "I have never had a client with so much marketing. Like, I felt like I had broken the record." So, it was just me not really keeping track of all the things that we were doing, and like even after looking at the list, I was surprised. So, just really, figuring out what was working and what wasn't, and letting go of these shiny objects, as he calls them, and just focusing on like the core marketing um, strategies to get the best ROI. So I think that was super helpful for me. Like I had a whole big sticky note full of marketing things that I just had to eliminate, and it was painful, but I did it, and I felt like now my business is much better because of that. I think when you have focused efforts, you're going to get the focused results. So by not being spread in all these different areas, we have improved with our conversion and the quality of leads that we're getting. The other thing that Lars has helped me to do is to really structure the business and the team as a business, and I've found the talent that I need in order to step out of the business and work more on the business instead of in the business. So probably by the end of this year, I will no longer be in production, which was a goal. And we worked very hard with Lars on that, and just it's been a journey, but I don't think we could have done it without him.
Awesome. Okay. Um, have you done any real estate coaching in the past?
Oh yes, I am a big fan of coaching. I actually, I was a high level gymnast, and I always had a coach through my gymnastics career. And as soon as I got into real estate, I knew that but I needed a coach. So I've done a lot of different coaching throughout the years, and like with the Lars's program, it's a little different. It's I think it's just like a more kind of a systematic approach. I really like his the business tracker that helps me to really have a snapshot of what's going on in the business, and what like, and forecasting, like where will we be. So having those kind of business tools has been amazing and very helpful for our business.
Awesome. Okay. Um, yeah, do you have any stories of maybe improving your personal life outside of the business?
Well, this year has been it's been a little crazy. Like when we started implementing a lot of the large strategies, basically our whole buyer team left. So that was a little it was a little concerning. So there was a lot of rebuilding throughout this year, but now we do have a very strong team, and I'm now able to start stepping away. I mean, I've always done my best to have balance and like be athletic. Signed up for the marathon pretty much every year for the Honolulu Marathon. Um, I have not been doing, like, I'd like to do roller derby. So I'm going to be getting back into that for 2016 now that I'm not like so tied to the hip at with the business and having to be on appointments.
Okay. Yeah, Adrienne, what tips would you offer to someone who's in the coaching program right now to maximize their success?
Well, like, I mean, so whenever we're getting ready to, wanting to try something new or spend money on something, you can always set an appointment to talk to Lars or Kyle or someone on his team. But I really like the Facebook group where everybody's kind of holding each other accountable, and saying, like, you don't need to deviate, or like, what is your overall objective of before starting to spend money and adding new things to your business. um, and then being on the Monday calls, taking copious notes. I have a journal that's just for like my coaching calls, so I like to go back and review and check off all of those things that Lars has hit on. And then also, I mean, the B school that he has, like, that's just that's priceless. I mean, when I first started in the program, I would time block at least a couple hours every day and take notes and start working on systems that I needed to execute within the business. So I would say, just little by little, just chunk it out, and don't dump a whole bunch of stuff on your team. Otherwise, they're not gonna like you very much. So just little by little, start to implement.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Adrienne, what would you say to someone who's maybe on the fence about working with Lars?
Um, well, I mean, I would think the only reason why they might be on the fence is because it does take work to run your business like a business, and you got to be willing to put the work in if you want to get the results. And Lars makes it. He's got a systematic approach. He has the blueprint to follow. Why try and reinvent the wheel? Just plug in and roll it. I mean, there's a lot of support. There's a lot of systems and checklists to get you through it. And I don't know. I think he offers some. Doesn't he offer some kind of guarantee, or like, I don't know. I never called him on it because we had such great results, and we were so happy with getting everything organized and profitable. You'd be foolish not to at least give it a shot.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, he does have
Mm-hmm.
a money back guarantee, so that's
Yeah,
always the fallback too. So
yeah. So there's really no risk. But yeah, I mean, you got to be ready and be committed. Otherwise, you're not going to get the results. So you got to do the work. He can't do the work for you.
definitely. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, what does success look like to you, and where is your business headed?
Like, my goal has always been to is continued improvement and growth. So as long as I'm continuing to move forward, whether it's increased production or increased coaching, better leadership skills, I feel like that is success. As far as where our business is headed, again, I'm excited that we're going to be able to be out of production and then working on new projects. We've been able to launch a property management division and grow a business with a partner with that. We're working on luxury options and a fix and flip. So, I mean, just continuing to add different streams of income and profitability to the business, and that's very exciting for us to be, launching these, these new, I mean, they're still real estate, but it's just different kinds of business models that we're adding to our hub.